remember the very first time I heard the phrase sudden change. Sudden change. I was in college playing football, coach yelled sudden change, and all of a sudden everybody had to switch what we were doing and deal with the adversity in the game like scenario. And that adversity we dealt with in a game like scenario, and we did that consistently at practice. Little did I know, doing this many years ago in college, I was actually training my brain to deal with the sudden change that would take place in life. See, adversity is going to happen. It's not a question of if, but more a question of when. And if we aren't prepared to handle adversity when it comes, it typically is going to derail any chance you have of achieving your next goal, succeeding at your task at hand, or building anything sustainable. So the problem is adversity is going to hit. Adversity is going to happen, and you're not prepared for it. It blindsides you. And many times when people get hit with a harsh reality of adversity, they do one of two things. They either quit or they persevere. Which one are you going to be? You see, the average person is going to quit, and they're going to make up the story that the adversity threw them off. It prevented them from succeeding. And you mask this story in a, man, I was doing really well, but I was going to hit my numbers, and then I got XYZ. How do we prepare for those? Well, that's the solution. You have to plan and account for adversity in your sales goal. You have to plan and account for adversity in your regular goal. You have to plan and account for adversity in your daily life. Look, the real world is ugly. The world out there is not roses and daisies. It is ugly. It is grimy. There is really no easy way to success. There's no easy way to achieve your sales goal. So if you don't plan for adversity, you're already starting behind. And planning for adversity isn't saying, hey, I'm thinking negative about my goal. It's not saying I think that my goal is not going to accomplish. What it's saying is, I know there's a realistic possibility that my upcoming sales goal is going to have some form of adversity, whether it's personal, professional, uncontrollable. There's all different forms of adversity that are going to come your way. You have to plan and account for how that adversity is going to impact you, and you have to plan your sales goal with that adversity bucket right in the middle. Acknowledge it, accept it, anticipate that it's going to happen. Do not get blindsided by adversity. If you think you're immune to it because you're successful, because you're wealthy, because you're good in your job, because you're brand new in your job, whatever excuse you tell yourself, you're wrong. Adversity is going to happen. How you deal with adversity, that's a whole nother conversation. But once you plan for adversity and you realize adversity is going to hit, to prepare for this, I'm going to plan for it. Well, how do I plan for adversity, Anthony? And that's the common question I get when I share with people, hey, how do you plan for adversity in your upcoming sales goal, right? What do you mean, Anthony? Well, you're going to have an adverse moment. You're going to have adversity take place in your life. Are you prepared for it? And so the ugly part is, well, let's talk about professional adversity. Is your product or service going to go on recall? Is it going to fail? Or is somebody in customer service going to drop the ball? XYZ, pick a million reasons. Uncontrollable, right? Are you going to have a catastrophic event? Are you going to live in Southern California and an earthquake is going to throw the power out in your facility for a week? Are on your way home, are you going to get rear-ended by somebody and your car is going to be out of commission and your car is your only mean to get to your sales appointment, right? Personal adversity. Is the relationship you're working on right now going to last the next 12 months? It's an ugly reality. It may not. Is that relationship going to derail you from achieving your goal? So how do you plan for it? Well, that's a whole new problem because there is strategic and tactful ways to plan for adversity. You have to account for it, you have to quantify it, and then you have to apply it. And by doing that with the adversity you're planning for, you'll put yourself in a much better position. To find out how to plan for it, click the link below, subscribe to the blog, leave me a comment in the DM. I'll direct you with some feedback on that. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk with you soon.